with
Okay.
the state of Arkansas. You know, Morgan Nick went missing at a ballpark in Alma, Arkansas in 1996. She was 6 years old.
Oh wow.
There is no traces, no leads in this case. There's no resolve. The mother, Colleen Nick, has started the foundation many years ago, working with the National Center, John Walsh Foundation.
Yes.
I've become a partner with both of those guys, and now I'm on the board of directors with Morgan Nick. We go out to the schools. We do proactive approach to, you know, danger,
Okay.
stranger danger, different things to protect our kids and to educate them about what's out there. It's sad that we need that,
Yes.
but this is the world we live in. We have to protect our children. That's our future.
Yes, sir.
They do some really good work. Got a good website that you can look at, the Morgan Nick Foundation. You can just Google that. It's got some good proactive teaching tools to help young children and also the parents.
And I think now is the time. Well, it's always been a good time to talk to your children, but start involving the children in the emergency evacuation plan when it comes to fire and flooding and any disaster that may happen. You want your children, if they're old enough to know your name, how to know your name, know their name, start teaching them an address, a phone number, or
Absolutely.
if they can say no, or I don't want that, or I'm not doing, if they can talk back to you, it's time to start teaching them.
Exactly. We've got a good example of that happened last year here in Jonesboro with our 911 center. We had a 5-year-old,
Okay.
young boy call, and they had, him and his mother had just moved to an apartment complex. He hadn't learned the address yet.
Okay.
He was calling on his cell phone. So what we was getting was GPS coordinates of the site that he was hitting, the cell phone site. We
Okay.
wasn't actually pulling in the address file, and they had not built a smart 911 profile, or we would have had some detailed information. But the little boy called 911. He said, "My mom won't wake up."
Okay.
So we kept him on the line. We kept asking questions for about 15 to 20 minutes. We got some really good information asking, can you read? Well, he could read some. We found some mail, and it started giving us some names. We tracked down the family and got help there pretty quick.
Okay.
And she was having some problems, and everything turned out great. After that, she called me the next day and said, you know, we're starting a new learning process in our house. He will know for sure his address. He stayed calm throughout the whole thing and did a great job. So that's why we go out. You know, we have school safety programs we do here with the police and the fire. Every year we bring them out to fire station number 1,
Okay.
and we do a full day of nothing but safety.
Okay.
So we have helicopters landing out there. We have the fire department, the police dogs. It's just a fun day.
And I think this would be a great opportunity, like coming up this summer. Children are out of school. They're involved in all types of summer programs, mentoring programs. I think it would be great for these mentors to incorporate an emergency services aspect to their
absolutely.
program. Even if it's one day, 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever, you know, they can fit in. At least how to prepare a bag, how to, you know, learning your information, evacuation plans. All families need to have an evacuation plan.
And they need to, you're absolutely correct, and they need to train and drill on that because, you know, a plan, and it's the same way with police, fire. If we don't train and drill and do actual live drills, pretty soon it's a plan sitting on a shelf somewhere in a book. And you slowly get away from it. But if you plan and drill on that
Okay.
on an annual basis, you're prepared.
And then also, I just thought about, in the event you're separated, children are at school, parents are at work, grocery store, wherever, they're separated. Let's have a meeting place. And you talked about this one time before, you know, especially in the case of a fire, people are just trying to get out of the building. You need to have a meeting place so that, okay, we can meet here once things are calmed down, do a head count, name count, you know, whatever, to make sure everyone's accounted for. If not-
Absolutely, and you know, you can take a good lead on that from the schools. The schools do a really good job on evacuation
Okay.
and how to gather back up and make sure accountability, everybody's there. and they make it fun. And we try to do that at 911 because kids, they want to have some fun when they're learning things. So whenever we bring them out for the child safety days and we're talking about knowing your address, here's what a 911 operator is going to ask you and things like that, we incorporated some fun stuff into it.
Okay.
So, we'll have the K9 dogs there and we'll play with the tennis balls and let them go grab it, watch the helicopter land, and then we jump right back into it.
All right, so you listen to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with Mr. Jeff Presley from Jonesboro E911. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with a little bit more information, and we'll recap on some of the things that we've already talked about. So please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. While honest tax preparers provide their customers a copy of the tax return they prepared, victims of scams usually are not given a copy of what was filed. Victims also report that the fraudulent refund is deposited into the scammer's bank account. Then the scammers deduct a large fee before cutting a check to the victim, a practice never used by legitimate tax preparers. So buying into these schemes can result in costly penalties for filing false claims or receiving fraudulent refunds. Be very careful when choosing an individual or firm to prepare your taxes. Honest preparers generally ask for proof of income, they sign returns as the preparer, they enter their IRS preparation tax identification number, and they always provide the taxpayer a copy of the return. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org. Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Arkansas Early Learning offers child care activities and educational programs to children ages 0 to 5 that gives them a head start in life. Arkansas Early Learning is in the community at no cost. Applications at arearlylearning.org. That's arearlylearning.org or on Facebook at Arkansas Early Learning.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
When a woman gives her all to a boyfriend, she is hopeful about the future. Marriage was in her future plans until she received some shocking news. Now with her dreams shattered and life altered, she has to pick up the pieces and move forward. It was in this experience that she realized that love has no protection. KLEK 102.5 and Massey Production presents the inspirational gospel stage play, Love Has No Protection, a story that will inspire you, renew, and reaffirm your faith. Featuring performers from all over Arkansas, Texas, and Louisiana. One big show, 7 p.m. Saturday, June 24th at the Arkansas State University Student Union Auditorium. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door, and can be purchased at KLEK, Cool Cuts, and online at www.klekfm.org or by calling 870-277-1080. Bring the entire family Saturday, June 24th to the Arkansas State University Student Union Auditorium to see Love Has No Protection, the inspirational gospel stage play, 7 p.m. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
Did you know KLEK has a brand new streaming app? That's right, you can listen to KLEK 102.5 FM anywhere in the world. The app is available for all Android phones and tablets, as well as iPhones and iPads. Just search your app store for KLEK and download the KLEK app for free today. And don't miss a beat of the education, entertainment, and empowerment on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations, where we're speaking with Mr. Jeff Presley, who is the director of the Jonesboro E91 service, and we have been talking about, the disaster preparedness, the services that E91 provides, and we have talked a little bit about this new service. Well, it's fairly new. It's fairly new. Smart 911. It's a mobile. Somewhere do you have the mobile app available yet?
No, this is actually, we do have an app that's an extension of this product that we're using in the schools. It's a panic button app.
Okay.
The Smart 911 product, and a little history on that, believe it or not, Arkansas is the only state in the United States to go statewide as an initiative for Smart 911.
Okay.
Now, when they did this, the governor said we're going to pay for it. So it's free to the citizens. And this is a statewide product. So when you go on there and you build your profile under smart911.com, you can add your family's cell phones, everybody's cell phone addresses, medical information, photos, vehicle information. If you have that emergency, that information is going to pop up to that 911 operator no matter where you're at in the state.
So I want to tell people, while we were talking, I set up some basics to my profile. And then when you go to the Smart 911, the Jonesboro911.org, you click on links, and then you'll see Smart 911. You click on that, it takes you to another page. Name, email, username, password, and address. And then it takes you to another page where you enter your phone number and you confirm your phone number, you get a text message. So anyways, then when you get to the your profile page, then you can start adding in much more information. And I'm going to finish doing this when I get home. Like you said, your medical information, more addresses, extra phone numbers, emergency contact. And if you have a preferred provider for, say, air, ground, ambulance, hospital choice, it's good to put all that information in. So most ambulance services are going to just take you maybe who they have a contract with, but if you prefer to go to another hospital, you need to have that information in there.
And emergency management and 911 is all about communication. This is a good form of communication. You're communicating to us your needs. Mm-hmm. So you build that profile, and that system about 6 months will send you an email or a text message and say, hey, this is Smart 911. Do you have any updates? Have you moved? Have you changed medications? Do you need to update your profile? Yes or no?
Okay.
If you hit yes, it will open it up. You log in, you change your information.
Okay.
You agree and hit the enter button and you're done.
Alrighty, and then you have the option to add a photo of yourself. So maybe if you are in a situation and someone comes out, they know who they're looking for.
That's right.
You can also add your pet information. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so but you can also add your vehicle information as well. So what purpose does that serve?
Well, just think about and this happens in our area, it's sad to report, but we have a lot of stolen vehicles in this area. So you wake up in the morning, get ready to go to work, you go outside and your car is gone.
Okay.
Your next step is to try to locate your information about your tag number, because do you know your tag number?
I do not.
Most people don't. And I know most people don't know their VIN number. So
No.
in order to recover that vehicle and to put it in the nationwide NCIC system and the state system, we're going to have that license number and that VIN number.
Now, I do want to ask, you're told most of the time to put all of your information, like when you go pay your taxes and get it assessed, your
Right.
assessment and all of that, you put in your glove box. So what is your suggestion on that when it comes to the title? Should you keep your title in your car?
No, I would never keep my title in there. I might
Okay.
keep a copy of that title in there.
Okay.
I would keep that in a safe area, a safe or home safe or something like that. The same way, what we recommend at the police department, 911, is you go through your home and you do an audit of all your belongings, especially your firearms and things like that.
Okay.
You make a master list. Say you've got a pistol, you want to know the make, the brand, the serial number, add it to that master list.
Okay.
Same thing with televisions, flat screens, anything of value that's covered under insurance.
Okay.
You can add this up with a photo file. You can add that information with your serial numbers, types with photos. You can add your special identifiers if you want to mark it.
Wow.
And add that to your file. So just think about coming home and someone has robbed you and a burglary and taken everything. Are you going to remember? Are you going to know exactly where that information's at?
No.
But if we have that file, or you have that file that you can give us, we can get that information put into the system and start the location process.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Jeff Presley, for joining us and giving
Thank
us
you.
all this valuable information. And hopefully we can have you back periodically
You
to
betcha.
keep us updated on what's going on. So again, go to jonesboro911.org and start your registry today. Start your profile so that if you are in an emergency situation, the operators can help you fairly quickly. So we don't want to think about emergency situations when they happen.
What I always say, the information that you add today may save your life tomorrow.
All right, especially with all of this raining and different things and the people
correct.
that are affected now. So much prayers go out to the individuals in those different counties. So thank you so much for joining us. Join us tomorrow. We will have Dr. Beverly Gilbert from Arkansas State University talking about summer camp. So thank you for joining us. Have a very blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK